Hello everybody, today we're going to go ahead and check out the Kevin Beacon base. I was invited by Emil to go ahead and check it out before they did the destruction, and I managed to get footage of the base before it was destroyed, and as it was destroyed with TNT. There I was able to go ahead and get a nice souvenir, as you can clearly see here. It'll probably be going in behind me on the wall here. Anyway, if you haven't done so already, make sure you go ahead and smash the like button and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps out the channel. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some of that footage, shall we? I believe the creators of this base were calling it Kevin Beaconville, but I'm not 100% sure. The people who discovered it, which included Emil, Yellow is High, and Houdini, were calling it the United Goons of America base, but yeah. Nobody's really sure. There wasn't a large sign saying this is anything. There was a sign in the middle towards the beacons, which we'll get to in a minute. But before that, let's go to the sign room here. And it looks like it was founded by Papa Gamer. A few other various people here. Over this way, they seem to have some sort of a statue. And on the back side, I'll notice a sign here in a moment to go ahead and take a look at that. Papa got a huge dock, real talk. Over this way, it looks like they had something that they were working on here, but I don't know what it was. It's just completely flat ground. In here, I think this is Papa Gamer's little hut he was working on, had his bed in. I don't believe that they bed trapped it, but back over this way, they have a building that I notice doesn't appear to have any purpose at the moment, but not sure what they were doing with it. Might have been work for a museum, might not have. And then over this way, they seem to have gotten some farms and whatnot going. Nice enchanting table there. Some carrots. Some other pumpkins and whatnot. And here's the sign I was talking about. Welcome to Kevin Beaconville. From there, they've got a whole wall full of maps. A lot of them aren't actually in use at the moment because of the map reset. I don't believe that they put them up before the map reset. I believe they put them up after the map reset to go ahead and see if they could find new maps, just from the collections they had or whatever have you. Back through this way, they seem to have used a lot of beacons on the floors and whatnot, so kind of leads to the theory that this was Kevin Beaconville. Now, Yellow and Houdini and Emil are all part of a group called the Rubik's Cube build, I believe. And I believe Yellow is their leader at the moment. They invited me out to come take part in this grief, see if I couldn't record for it. And this is why they decided to call it the United Spawn Goons of America, is mostly due to this large flag here. This is honestly one of the better flags I've ever seen on 9B, and I really like the use of beacons. Sword in front is pretty freaking cool, and we'll get into that later. I seem to have some sort of a spiral here, an hourglass-shaped pyramid, and then another pyramid floating around, as well as having done some ground decoration and whatnot. They were collecting records and had a player all set up here and whatnot. Through here, they had some sort of an archway tunnel. I'm not sure what these are called, but I've seen them on a lot of bases. Probably schematiced in. A lot of these were probably schematiced in. In here is where I discovered the flag that I was holding at the beginning of this video. So at this point, I go ahead and just pop it off the wall and start talking with the base mates that are here to grave about whether or not I can have it. And they come in, they take a look at it, and they tell me, go for it. So I take it with me. It's a pretty cool little flag. From here, I go ahead and tour the top of the spire over there. They place some signs on it, and I just want to get a good view of those. A lot of them are lewd, so I'm not going to include them in this video, but you may enjoy seeing them or reading them. So at the moment, I'm not going to blur them all out. I don't know what they were going for here or why they did what they did here, It's just kind of a weird build all around. Screwing around, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't want that in my base, especially not when you have something so nice like the flag, and then you have this weird whatever this is. And then I'm going to fall off here like a noob. Yep, there we go. Catch myself, come back up, view a few more signs, and then I think I'm going to fly off, and we'll get ready to start with the grief here in a few seconds. Before I do that, I like the fact that they bothered to build a little bit of a park there in the middle. Nice little lake. Coming over this way, I'm going to get one more shot of the backside of it. And then I'm going to start following them around to tour them laying out TNT. And here he goes. And they're just going to go ahead and scaffold all around the base with TNT. And I'm going to try to catch as much of this as I can, footage-wise. I'm not able to follow them exactly, so forgive me. I tried. There are clearly better people out there if you want to watch people scaffolding with TNT. And he heads down the tunnelway here in a second. Yep, there we go. And I'm going to clip him over there. And I think I lose track of him here for a second or two. Just nature of what it is. Then I pick up on him again, running around throwing out more TNT. I'm sure it's difficult to throw out a whole bunch of TNT around structures and whatnot and actually get it to clear out decently. So, seems like they did a decent job clearing it all out here, at least from the end footage. We'll probably catch that here in a moment. I've kind of saved the finale for last just to say goodbye to the base and whatnot have you. I know that the last thing I catch is the flag exploding at the very end, but before that, they've got a lot of TNT to lay, so we're just going to kind of float around, watch them lay out TNT all over the place at the moment. The members of this base really like their beacons, though. They're literally strewn about everywhere. There isn't a path or inside of a building that doesn't have some, so they were definitely going for a beacon theme from what I can tell. And maybe my theory is correct that it was called Kevin Beaconville. Now recently this whole group that built this base came under a bit of a discrepancy within the community. One of them was reported to have died, and there's a whole bunch of drama surrounding that at the moment. I don't believe he's dead. Doesn't appear to be. At any rate, I don't think that it matters that much. They still built a decent base for what it is. It's not huge, but it is of at least quality, I would say. There's plenty of bases out there that their membership don't ever get this far. It's at this point they start trying to tell me that they're ready to go ahead and begin the grief for the most part. And so they also asked me to do a quick shot there in front of the flag, holding the flag, which I do. And I'm going to probably throw that on the screenshot for this video afterward. I think they got a little bit more TNT to lay here, actually. Yep. So, I think here in a moment this is going to catch fire, and some of the TNT is going to go up a little bit early, which is slightly unfortunate, but it allows us to catch it on video, so that's good. The upshot is that the TNT does not catch all of the TNT in the base on fire, so it only destroys about a third of the base at this point. And it doesn't destroy the flag, which is the shot I really wanted to get with this. So at this point, I decide to go ahead and go up to the top, and it's daytime, and they're running around finishing out the TNT. And the explosions are starting on the base right about now. You can kind of see it down there in the middle. And then I'm going to start going down a little bit at a time to try to trigger the TNT to come within render, because I don't want it all to go up at once. I should probably throw some patriotic music in the background for this, but I'm a lazy editor, so you get commentary from JJ as opposed to music. And I think at this point, almost all of the base is destroyed, with the exception being the flag. And I'm going to probably pop into render distance here for that in a moment, so it goes off. Yep. And there we go. So this is JJ 2005-1 signing off for another wonderful base tour. Thank you for letting me see it, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for checking out today's video. I really appreciate it. If you haven't done so, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. My Patreon link is down below. I'll probably start giving out some rewards to Patreon followers here shortly. Have a good day, guys.